If you enjoy the content and you want to support my channel, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell for notifications, and as always, continue your prayers. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers. Welcome back. Got a very beautiful video for you. A woman in the UK come out with a video about her experience living in the streets, and more importantly, how Muslims were the ones that were there for her when she needed her the most, and kind of shows why we need to ensure that we're living our lives exactly how the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, is so important. So, without further ado, let's begin.
When I was on the street on drugs and borderline naked, a Muslim man found me. This Muslim man picked me up off the floor, carried me to his wife, bathed me, dressed me, fed me, loved me, and took me somewhere that I could be safe. My son goes to a predominantly Muslim nursery. All of the staff are Muslim. Those women would lay down their life to protect my son. They love him like their own. When he is not well or he's poorly, he is absent, they will ring me throughout the day to check in and just say, oh, how's Ollie today? Is he doing okay? Are you doing okay? When I lost my baby, those women held my hand, stroked my hair, and cried with me on the middle of that nursery floor when I couldn't hold it together anymore. When I couldn't feed my child, and I broke down to a taxi driver because I realised I didn't have the fare because I was late to his nursery and realised I didn't have the fare. Not only did he take me in his taxi, the very next day, his wife and himself came at the pickup time, waited opposite the road and presented me with bags of food and clothes and toys and drove me all the way home with said clothes and food and toys for my son. No hesitation, no questions, no repayment, no talk of religion, just genuine kindness and compassion. I cannot fathom the way the world is right now. I cannot fathom the audacity to say that Muslims are not making our country safe when it was a Muslim woman that found me after a horrific almost sexual assault. And she held my hand and stroked my hair and wiped my tears and walked me to the train station and sat with me and waited for my train and walked me home, not saying a word. She just held my hand the entire time until I was home safe behind my door. She kissed my forehead, and that was that. When I was in hospital, the kindest nurse I had was a Muslim nurse. And when I injured myself so severely that I required serious immediate hospital attention, she picked me up and ran me to the A&E herself. It's the way the hospital is designed. It's not like it's miles, but it's besides the point. And she stayed beyond her shift for 16 hours to hold my hand because I didn't trust anyone else in that ward. And she stayed with me despite nearly falling asleep in her chair until I was tucked up safely back in my bed. And do you know how I fell asleep? I fell asleep with her stroking my hair and singing me lullabies, and I have never in my life felt so safe or so warm. Muslims are not making this country unsafe. Muslims are wonderful and kind and dignified and compassionate and generous, and they are the pillars of so many communities. In the town that I live in, it is the Muslim community that hand out coats to anyone who needs them, no questions asked. You walk in, you take a coat, you walk out, no question, no judgment. It is the same people that you can walk in and pick up a bag of food off the floor, no question, no judgment. They will not ask anything, they will not say anything. They will simply smile and offer you a warm meal. It is those same people that when I lived in the hostels, every Friday they would appear, fresh fruit. It's incredible quality, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, bottled water, soap, toiletries, clothes, anything you could think of, they provided it for us. And not once did it come with a Quran or an invitation to mosque. It came with kindness, compassion, dignity, love and warmth that some of us had never experienced. When my son goes to nursery, those women treat him like their own flesh and blood. They love on him, they care for him, they protect him, and they would lay down their life for him. My Muslim neighbour in a previous property was the first person to stand between me and the blows raining down on me. He stood there and took everyone while his wife was calling the police and standing in between him and me. Those same men that claim to defend our country and want the best for our country, those sweet old men in their bomber jackets and their punk and their Union Jacks, and I know that's a bit of a generalisation, but if they can do it, so can I. Okay, it is those men that had me locked in a cubicle at my own place of work at a pub on 3 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon because I was so mentally sick of having my bum pinched and my hips touched and my face stroked and strange compliments. And can you get that back at Chris down there? Can you just get that glass, just that specific one right there, so I'd have to bend over? Okay, it is those very same men that would leer at me and constantly remark that they knew where I lived because they walked me home previously. They walked me home under the pretense of safety and protection, and then 2 weeks later it was, oh, I'll just come home with you, shall I? Oh, let me in for a quick drink. Let's have a nightcap, babe. I'll cuddle you to sleep. It was those same men that made me feel unsafe. Okay, it is the same men that punch their girlfriend and wives every night that are a large chunk of people that are going out there and protesting to keep their children safe. Okay, do you know what makes me feel safe? The man that held my hand and walked me to the police station. Do you know who makes me feel safe? The nurse. Yeah, the same nurse that I just talked about. The women at my child's nursery that love him like their own and cry at the summer holidays knowing they're not going to see him for 6 weeks. They make me feel safe. In my town, Muslims are the pillar of my community. They feed us, they love us, they care for us, they protect us, they show up for us. They are loud and proud and vocal about how much they love this town and how much they're proud to be here. They take pleasure in supporting the community, even those that go against everything their religion stands for. They are the same people that sit with the prostitutes and the sex workers and the drug addicts and hold their hands and feed them and care for them and love them and show them empathy and compassion that not even our paid services can. So yeah, I'm pretty fucking angry that we have the audacity, the absolute audacity to tell one of the most beautiful, gentle religions that they are violent and a danger to our children. I'm pretty angry. And I think the thing that upsets me the most is that some of you clearly haven't read the Quran. Some of you clearly haven't, and I would strongly implore you to go and read it, because you say Islam doesn't value women or children, but did you know that the moment a woman becomes pregnant with child, she is immediately granted access to Jannah, or Jannah, correct me if I'm wrong, which is the Christian equivalent to heaven. No questions asked. No matter what mistakes you make in the future, you birth a child, they value you so much as a mother and as a child that you are instantly granted access to Jannah. So just think about that. I implore you, just for 1 second, if it's possible in your stellar drowned brain, to think about this. Because once again, I have never felt unsafe at the hands of a Muslim, but I have felt unsafe at the hands of the likes of you. And I don't think that that's ever going to change.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. It's one beautiful, beautiful message. And it just shows what true dawah is. If we live our lives based on the Quran, based on the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, we become the men and women that we need to be in our communities, and what debate, none of that matters. It's really our life. It's a beautiful, beautiful, touching story. Alhamdulillah. I pray that she comes to Islam. I pray that she becomes a sister in Islam, and we'll welcome her with open arms. But yes, we Muslims are here and are called to be just that, the pillars of our community. And I can only pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make me more and more like those brothers who are there for her, and have Allah lift them up, protect those brothers and sisters, and elevate their status in Jannah. And yes, in a mother, there is no greater title except for a prophet. That's it. It goes prophet, and then it goes a mother. Because in Jannah, it's at the feet of a mother. Alhamdulillah. That's why we are so protective against our sisters, our mothers, our wives, because they are, they're important. The Quran says so. The Quran elevates ourselves like that. That's why we are here as men. That's why we're here. We're here to protect and serve our sisters, our wives, our daughters, alhamdulillah, our communities. That's what we're here to do. So, brothers and sisters, I hope that this not just infuses us with more faith, but that we strive to be more like those brothers and sisters that helped that young lady, alhamdulillah, and that we do more and more of that. May Allah provide for her. May Allah guide us. May Allah protect her. And I hope you guys really like this video. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until next time.